Welcome to the Shaman Senior Voices and its commitment to record and distribute the unique wisdom of older adults on aging. The goal, to help strengthen senior lives and promote their greater engagement and well-being. Now permanently located in the Center for Excellence in Aging at the award-winning Rush University Medical Center, Senior Voices is on track to further enhance crucial center services for older adults in Chicago, the region, and the nation. The film you view next represents one such opportunity, featuring perspectives on aging and life from 4 presenters. 3 are participants in Rush programs, and the 4th is from the Chicago community. Here are their introductions.
My name is Irma Roman. I'm 78 years old. I was born in Vega Baja, Puerto Rico, and I retired from Children's Memorial Hospital. I worked 35 years.
I'm Leonard Thigpen, and I'm 86 years old, so they said, come and join the other old folks, so here I am. I was born in the city of Chicago at Illinois Research, which is now the University of Illinois Hospital. Incidentally, that's where I finished my working career, at the University of Illinois at Chicago, as their first black engineer in 1964.
My name is Lynette Nesbitt. I am a senior. I am 82 years of age. I taught school for the Chicago Board of Education for 25 years.
Now, introducing the Chicago leader for whom this project is named, Herman E. Schallman, a brilliant teacher and leader who believed every voice is important and should be heard. After immigrating to the United States from Germany in 1935 when only 19 years old, and into his 100th year, he continued to cross boundaries that benefited many organizations and thousands of lives, both young and old. The comments that you next view were filmed in the Edgewater community in 2015 during his 90-minute presentation on aging.
Aging is simply a process to which you have to get used. And you can, of course, basically say to yourself, I don't want to get old, but I would like to stay young or younger. And you very quickly understand that this is impossible, that you're in the hands of a power and of a process that exceeds your capacity to control it. In other words, aging is something that happens to you whether you like it or not. And then the question is, how can you like it? Is there a possibility of liking it?
Well, I believe my philosophy of aging is that if you do not age, the alternative is you're not here. And that's something that your family and all your friends and relatives will not be, certainly be very, very unhappy about. So consequently, I think you should just do one step at a time, one day at a time, and you will be okay.
You know, when I started senior, I started developing a lot of health issues. And I didn't know I was a senior because I always felt so good. And I have this young spirit about me. I still do have that. And then my grandkids, of course, they were little and they told me, hey, Grandma, but you're old. And I said, what do you mean you're old? And I said, you're old, Grandma. Okay, then I start figuring out, yeah, I'm old. But if I'm old, what do I need to do to take care of myself, to try to help me with all this pain that I had?
My philosophy of aging is to truly enjoy yourself, do some of the things that you didn't do in your earlier life, and don't let anyone stop you from doing the wonderful, marvelous thing that as we age, we will do.
this sounds a little funny, doesn't it? I'm really saying I have no control, and all I can do is to sit back and do the best I can while I'm here, to do the least damage to myself or to the world in which I live.
Well, I would think that if you not accept the words of older, because older is a thought of mind, a process that changes with each and every individual. You can see older people at 50 years old, there are older people at 45.
With seniors, if you don't be busy, forget it. You get really depressed. And this body is going to go down if you don't take care of it. And you got to think you only have one body. And if you don't take care of this body, it's going to fall down. It's going to break, really. And like me, my body broke down even doing all the exercise, but I just get up and I says, oh no, I'm going to keep doing what I need to do, and I do it.
Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself more so than you've ever enjoyed yourself before, because you are special, because you're still here, and that's the most important thing.
How I got to be born. And I know that some sperm found an ovum. Totally, as far as I know, uncontrolled, unintended, accidental. So I came to the conclusion that everybody who is alive is the result of an accidental event, where one of a million of sperms finds one of a few hundred eggs hidden in the darkness of a wife's womb. And it is there that in this meeting an extraordinary event occurs. All of a sudden, the original cell divides, and that division continues in such a way that within, for instance, 2 or 3 weeks after this process has begun, you can already tell which of the pieces that have developed will be a brain or a toe or an ear. And what really happens, if you look at it this way, is that it's totally miraculous. This is ultimately absolutely beyond anyone's control. The birth of a person is a miracle of such enormous quality and depth that there is nothing comparable to it anywhere.
I always had a problem with reading, and when I became a teacher, that was one of the greatest strengths that I had, to be able to help children, regardless what intelligence or whatever, but find many, many ways of helping them to learn to read. And at the end of the 1 school years, the parents thought that I was the meanest teacher and the worst teacher there. But when those children could read, and they could read, and it made them parents, they would buy me pants. I'm saying, what is wrong with them? They thought I was in there playing games with their children, but I was in there working. And that was the most important thing that I did as a teacher.
Rush saved my life. I came here from another hospital. My daughter works here, and I said, why don't we go for a second opinion? And she came to a second opinion, and thank God, it was like a God. Those doctors helped me out, and I'm still here thinking and talking to you. And about 2 weeks ago, I couldn't do a aerobic class. Guess what? I did an aerobic class with the weights 2 weeks ago. So now I've been doing that, and I just feel really good of all the things that I can do.
you have your own particular personality, you're your own being, and you will react uh, with your own personality, with who you are. And don't be afraid, because you have always said and reacted to your fellow workers, your parishioners, the people who you shop with at the grocery stores, your whatever, and they know who you are, and you can be just who you are, and you'll be very, very comfortable doing that.
Whatever you want to do, you can do it. And there is no one on earth that can tell you can't do it. And all you have to do is put one step at a time and go there every day and listen. And just have it in your heart, in your soul, in your mind that you can do it and you will do it. And remember, I said it because I did it.
Well, if I see somebody that's kind of nervous, I say, just take a deep breath. Breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. And think about yourself. Don't think about everybody in the room, or don't think about anybody in your house. Just think about you. You're number one.
The film segments you viewed, combined with other recorded senior voices from many communities, will be shown at Chicago locations each year. In time, the goal is for thousands of older adults to add their own inspiring and informative insights towards greater senior well-being. The master films will be housed permanently at the Shaman Film Resource Library in the Rush Center for Excellence in Aging. Our thanks now to Lynette, to Leonard, and Irma for their time and effort in this present film. And finally, special appreciation to the leaders encouraging senior voices, and to Herman E. Shaman, whose voice continues to lift up and strengthen lives.